Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra concluded with much fervour amid a display of opposition unity in the presence of several India bloc leaders. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav, Shiv Sena UBT's Uddhav Thackeray. But the grand Mumbai rally was marred by yet another controversy following another loose comment from Rahul Gandhi. Now, Rahul Gandhi, while targeting the centre on ED, CBI, etc., said that he is fighting against a Shakti, a word he himself linked to Hindu Dharma. His linkage of this Shakti to Hinduism and the pledge that they are fighting against this Shakti has once again given BJP fodder. No wonder Prime Minister Narendra Modi lambasted Rahul over his Shakti remarks and said that this shows the opposition's mindset. Prime Minister added that while the India bloc is fighting against Shakti, he worships it. He also said if the opposition's manifesto is to finish this Shakti, he accepts the challenge. Now, Rahul Gandhi has often addressed himself as a Shiv Bhakt in a bid to reposition his ideological stance to effectively counter the quote Hindu majoritarian narrative of the BJP. Then what explains him not understanding the symbolism of Shakti in Hinduism? Hinduism is perhaps the only major religion in the world where the female form and energy is worshipped as much as it is. In fact, there's a whole sect, a whole tradition in Hinduism called Shakta tradition, where devotees only worship female deities and consider the goddess as the supreme. So has Rahul once again showed his lack of understanding or even respect, as some may allege, for Hindu traditions? And will this remark end up hurting the INDI Alliance? We take that question to our guests in just a bit. But remember, this is not the first time Rahul Gandhi is facing an anti-Hindu charge, particularly by the BJP. I just want to list out some of his comments that may be seen as easily targeting the Hindu faith, while he may not touch any other faith or belief or tradition. So, of course, he said in this last rally, there's a word Shakti in Hindu Dharma, we are fighting against it. Several people will also argue what was the need to link it to Hindu Dharma. You could have used the word Shakti in any case. Earlier, he has also said, for example, the Prime Minister wants the nation to chant Jai Shri Ram and die of hunger. Now, it may seem that this is an attack, political attack, on the politics of the BJP, but why do you need to drag in Hindu faith for Shri Ram to make that point? Addressing a press conference after the passage of the Women's Reservation Bill, Rahul Gandhi had said MPs have been turned into murtis in temples which have no power. Again, this statement can be seen as one deriding Hindu faith and worship. During his first Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi had hit out at the BJP and the RSS then by comparing tapasvis and pujaris. He had said, India is a country of tapasvis, not pujaris. In 2014, Rahul Gandhi had said people who go to temples are the ones who molest women. Now, this was, of course, a statement that was seen as particularly derogatory to the Hindu community alone. During his visit to the US in September 2010, remember Rahul Gandhi also famously has said that Hindu extremism is a bigger threat to India, particularly with regards to Islamic extremism or even groups like the LAT, which were really troublesome for us at one point of time. Along with that, there has been no dearth of issues cropping up during phase 2 of Rahul's Bharat Jodo Yatra either, and many of his statements have raised eyebrows. I just want to outline some of those. For example, when he targeted a journalist asking, what is your Malik's name and is your Malik an OBC or a Dalit? Similarly, he made many comments on Ram Mandir and the consecration ceremony. One of them being, did you see OBCs or Dalits at the event? And that 73% of India has been ignored at Ram Mandir. Again, these may be political attacks, but why do you keep dragging only the Hindu faith here? His statement on Amitabh Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai invited much criticism. The use of language against Aishwarya Rai particularly was found to be in bad taste, and the overall attack on her when she wasn't even at the event seemed extremely odd, and this also happened during the latest phase of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Finally, he also seemed to ridicule today's youth, particularly in Prime Minister's constituency Varanasi, when he stereotyped them by saying, I saw drunkards on Varanasi streets and that UP's future will be like drunkards on the road. So what is really going wrong as far as Rahul Gandhi's statements are concerned? His latest Shakti remark has led to a showdown. Will it ultimately end up hurting the INDI Alliance like some statements, including recently the attack on Sanatan done by India Alliance partners, has done? We'll take that to our guests in just a bit.
नमस्कार आलो
हिंदुस्तान का एक्सरे करा लेंगे सिविल वॉर का माहौल बना है। हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है। हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं, एक शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं। राजा की आत्मा ईवीएम में है, हिंदुस्तान की हर संस्था में है, ईडी में है, सीबीआई में है, इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट में है।
भारत माता की मेरा कितना सौभाग्य है, मेरे सामने एक बेटी शक्ति का रूप धारण करके मुझे आशीर्वाद देने आई और उन्होंने कहा है कि उनकी लड़ाई शक्ति के खिलाफ है। मेरे लिए हर मां शक्ति का रूप है।
Now Congress party, which has a long history of Hindu hatred from denying existence of Prabhu Ram, makes this statement about Shakti. In a manner, he is trying to denigrate the gods and goddesses of Hindu faith.
मोदी जी के पास आरएसएस की शक्ति, आरएसएस की आइडियोलॉजी, मनुवाद, ये उनकी शक्ति है। इस शक्ति से, इस विचारधारा से हमको कुचलना चाहते हैं।
Let's go across to the guests joining us. RP Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Amrit Gill from the Congress Party joining us. I also have with me Rashid Kidwai, tracks the India bloc and the Congress Party very closely. Desh Ratan Nigam is advocate and political analyst, leans towards the BJP and the RSS. Thanks a lot for your time. Let me begin with Amrit Gill first. Amrit Gill, would you concede, would you accept that it was a self-goal to link this Shakti that the Congress is supposedly fighting with Hindu Dharma? And this link hasn't been made by anybody else. This link was made by Rahul Gandhi himself.
So listen to me very carefully what Rahul Gandhi said. This is like the beauty of Modi ji, that he twists everything. The Shakti Rahul Gandhi said, and he defined what is the Shakti. There are two types of Shakti every Hindu believe in, that there is Devya Shakti and Asuri Shakti. What Rahul Gandhi said, that this is the power which the Modi ji is using in twisting, using the ED, CBI, everything against the people, against everybody. That is how Rahul Gandhi explained. And on this platform, I really want to say Congress respect females, and that is beautifully twisted by Modi ji, and they have tried to made it between that Congress said anything against the females. Congress respect and listen.
No, you're right about the fact that he did use this attack in the context of ED and CBI. Had he left it at that, I don't think anybody would have minded or anybody would have batted an eyelid. But he said, he began by saying in Hindu Dharma there is a shabd called Shakti. Now that, you're saying Deve and Asura Shakti. He didn't say that, right?
To Shakti, listen, Congress respect females in the past also. What BJP did in the 10 years, I'm not talking about what Congress did. Congress bought domestic violence bill. Congress bought female feticide bill, law. Congress formed a National Women Commission for the females because we respect females. Congress bought law related to maternity leave. That is our respect for females. Same work, same wages, that's bought by the Congress.
Okay, fair enough. So you're saying look at our actions and don't misinterpret the words of Rahul Gandhi alone. Let RP Singh of the BJP come in. He didn't quite attack that Shakti that he quoted and linked to Hindu Dharma in any good or bad way. So why is it that the BJP is making it sound like it is a particular insult?
Shivani, you believe in Hinduism. People on your channel, majority of them believe in Hinduism. Ask anyone on street, what do Shakti in Hinduism mean? What do Shakti connote for? Doesn't it mean Mata, Durga, or Shakti mean Chandi Mata, or Shakti mean Devi? So when you are disrespecting the Shakti and saying हमको शक्ति से लड़ना है, वो हिंदी में एक शब्द है शक्ति और हिंदू में एक शब्द है शक्ति. So it's not the first time he is doing it. He has demeaned the Indian culture, Indian ethos, the religion, and then from Ram to Devi Mata now. I mean, he has done it again and again. When we revere Shakti and they mock Shakti. I mean, that's the problem. All of us revere Shakti. And also, let me tell you, I mean, in Guru Granth Sahib, there is a Bani of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Soko manda akhiye, jin jamme rajan, a lady, a woman who has given birth to God. Why to even utter a word against her?
No, but
so why to
the Congress's claim is he did. If you look at his, he did link the Shabd Shakti to Hindu Dharma. Now that I think is what completely changed the connotation of the entire statement he was about to make. But the rest of the statement was about ED, CBI, IT, and their Shakti or power being used against opponents. He even mentioned EVM. I don't know what the Congress's official policy or stand on the EVM is. So you are ignoring the rest of it, but focusing only on one part of it.
So what do EVM have to do with Shakti? Let's understand this.
I think he's accusing the BJP of using their Shakti to manipulate EVMs.
So, and what do the Shakti has to do with Hindu Dharma? Let's understand this then. I mean, you're right, okay, I grant you this. But what do that problem with the EVM, CBI, ED has to do with Hindu Dharma? So man has no comprehension of Hindi language, man has no knowledge of the Indian culture, Indian ethos, and so do religion.
Okay, let me take that to Rashid Kidwai.
Give me another second.
Yes.
Give me
another
5 seconds, please. And this is not the first time it's happening. They have opposed Ram. They have whatever word you just now mentioned, whatever words you use about Hindu Dharma. I mean, that is all known to public. We all know, your viewers know that what sort of words he has used against Hinduism as such.
Okay.
And what sort of words against Sanatan and Hinduism have been used by Congress. So this is a DNA of the INDI Alliance and the Congress which is coming up again and again.
One second, ma'am. I'll come to the INDI Alliance in just a bit. I'm going to broaden this beyond Rahul Gandhi's statements, and if there is a problem or a pattern emerging, I'll come to that in just a bit. But I want to go to Rashid Kidwai. Rashid Kidwai, was this a faux pas of sorts? I mean, there was no need for Rahul Gandhi to begin by saying there's a shabd in Hindu Dharma called Hinduism, called Shakti. He didn't say in Hindi. He said Hindu Dharma. You linked it to Hindu Dharma, but you didn't quantify or qualify the energy or the Shakti you're talking about. Naturally, it is coming across as taking on the Shakti, which is considered the female divine form in Hinduism that the Rahul Gandhi was talking about. So, poor choice of words.
Shivani, it's a classical case of, baat ka batangad. See, Rahul Gandhi may not have articulated the way he should have, but I also heard and saw that clip. There is a pause, and that pause, his train of thought, one can say he should be reading from a prepared text or teleprompter or something like that. What happens sometimes when you are speaking in public speaking, you get carried away. I think in this stance, Rahul Gandhi was saying something and then he stopped and suddenly he thought of that sort of Bharadwaj remark about EVM and he started talking about that. Now, this is a political formulation. Rahul Gandhi, Shivani, significantly had said 24 hours before that they are going to twist, some of the remarks and try to use it to advantage. So if Rahul Gandhi can comprehend this, that, the BJP or Prime Minister Modi is looking at his, speeches and oratory skills and trying to use it to his advantage, he should have been more careful. But I look at this as a, this thing of desperation on both sides. The way these words are being twisted, we know, Shivani, you know, and I know that Rahul Gandhi, would not like to antagonize, majority community faith, particularly at a time when elections are there, because he doesn't stand to gain anything. In spite of that, this is being converted into a controversy of sort, not less than by the Prime Minister, not less than by Rahul Gandhi himself. But it's a high voltage kind of thing, and we are going to see a lot of this. But I don't think it is going to make a very qualitative difference, because people do understand. People know Rahul Gandhi's shortcoming, but they would. It's my assessment that they would not think that he was trying to mock or
particularly
saying
demean the Hindu feminine divine. Okay,
exactly, that was not his intention.
Okay, Deshratan Nigam, what do you think? My particular problem with some of these statements that are being made is that people take advantage of Hindu texts, of Hindu philosophy, of the tenets of Hinduism, and even the Hindu mythology or itihas to make their points. But they often do so when they want to make a negative point. Do you think that this kind of derivation of a faith is never done to any other faith, but somehow because it's okay in Hinduism to do so and people are not that touchy, it becomes an easy target? For example, you wouldn't really take examples from Islam and Christianity and try to make a larger political point, right? Those are not really mixed with political discourse, but somehow everything about Hinduism is fair game.
Well, Shivani, that is because Hindus are very tolerant and they just hear it and let it go. And this is a classical case of, Vinaash Kale Vipreet Buddhi. And you have right on the, when the model code of conduct has already started and using the religion in that where it is prohibited, and also making personal attacks on the Prime Minister. In the same speech, the personal attacks on the Prime Minister were also made, which is against the model code of conduct. One. Secondly, Rashid ji tried to put a balm and tried to give a balancing touch, which was not there. It has always been seen with Rahul ji that even if he's abroad, he makes a statement, then 100 MPs of the Congress start clarifying. Why does that need arise in the first place? Is this not a way of only, trying to cater to a particular community that you are attacking Hindus so that you become pro-Muslim? So that's the only thing which the Congress today is doing. Now, if you recall the statement that he had with the South Indian pastor in the first Yatra, where exactly the same thing happened, where the word Shakti was used. Please recall that and connect the two. And you will realize that the insulting nature there and the similar today are one and the same thing, nothing else. And to give that benefit of doubt is clearly not there. That is a clear pattern emerging along with the INDI Alliance partners. You call Hindu terror, you create saffron terror, then you call Hindu Pakistan. So that is a pattern. That's a clear pattern that will clearly emerge here.
And maybe that is why people feel that this is becoming a problem, because there is a history attached to it. Rashid Kirwai, very quickly, you wanted to come in. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll go to Amrit.
I have a lot of respect for my friend, Mr. Deshratan Nigam. But I'm just saying, we should avoid, because the political parties have their compulsions to say one thing or other. But to say that, that one particular faith would be, criticized or mocked just to please the other faith, I think this is a little unfair, and this doesn't reflect the good understanding of other faith or people who are following it.
So even if that is not true, Rashid Kirwai, don't you agree that a lot is derived and taken into political context from Hinduism, but you wouldn't touch Islam? You wouldn't touch Christianity.
I see that point. Yeah, Semitic religions are far more sensitive, and there are laws and there are all kind of social norms are there. In that sense, there is a qualitative difference that is there. But Shivani, that is not the matter of our debate. I think here Rahul Gandhi should have been more careful. As I said, he should be speaking from a prepared text, because I know how he speaks. He starts off with something, then he goes away. And see that about the king and the other thing that Mr. Deshratan Nigam is saying about violating code of conduct, that was spoken by Saurabh Bhardwaj, not by Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, but he repeated it. As a leader, he should be aware there's no point repeating it either and inviting the same charge. Amrit ji, I wanted to come back to you. The larger question that is also being asked, and I'm sure Rashid Kirwai will add to it in just a bit, is that some of the statements that Rahul Gandhi routinely makes and has made, for example, in this stretch of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the Nyaya Yatra, end up embarrassing the Congress party rather than doing it any favors. And there is a list of such statements that are just coming across as either faux pas, either as self-goals or outrightly in bad taste.
I don't believe that Rahul Gandhi had made any such statement. He explained the negative energy which is running, and he explained how the ED, CBI, everything, and election bonds. You know now how the things are being related, and we never had the debate on that. We should have gone with the debates. And when Rahul Gandhi, I think 1 week back, had said, given 5 guarantees to the females, and we never talked on any channels, and we have never discussed what the Congress and Rahul Gandhi, what we think about how we have made 50% reservation for the central jobs, everything, 1 lakh for the poor lady. That is our respect, and Rahul Gandhi's respect for the female. He if I talk about Panchayat Maitri and other Anganwadi workers, that's our words for the females.
Okay,
If
but then,
we respect
given all
for
of
the-
that, would you concede that it was poor choice of words on his part? Nobody is putting words into his mouth. What was the need to link Shakti that he is talking about to Hindu Dharma? Those are his words.
Modi ji picks up a word and makes a big story, and how he he said Didi oh Didi, 50 crore ki girlfriend, and he said Congress ki vidwa. I know how much he respect females, and when our Pahalwans were on the Jantar Mantar, how Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh was protected by PM. Everybody knows how Kuldeep Singer and
How is that
Ram
a defense
Rahim
for what
gets the
Rahul Gandhi
parole.
said? I don't understand. One second. But my larger question to you was about a series of statements from Rahul Gandhi, from a very distasteful attack on Aishwarya Rai Bachchan to dragging in to, making statements like तुम्हारे मालिक का नाम क्या है, क्या वो दलित है, क्या वो OBC है, harassing people, asking their caste on the street. A journalist almost literally got, once again, a journalist literally got lynched in front of Rahul Gandhi because of his speech. If there is ever a classic example of hate speech that leads to violence, it is that episode with the journalist who nearly got lynched. So it is ending up embarrassing the Congress than adding anything.
Listen to me. I know I have seen Rahul Gandhi's PC on that day. What he was saying is that no OBC got the representation. Out of 90 secretaries, only 3 are OBCs. And he was asking from the journalists, anybody from you is the OBC or not? Your owners are the OBC or not? He was just inquiring and asking them that you people are nowhere. That is making them aware why the things are being. Yes, this is there. Whatever Rahul Gandhi says, speaks, there is twisting, and people turn the things
All
in
right.
a different
You're
manner.
insisting in if you look at it qualitatively, then there is nothing wrong with what Rahul Gandhi is saying or doing. It's just about the tinted glasses that the BJP applies on it. RP Singh, please respond to that. Is there like an obsession with everything Rahul Gandhi says, to the minutiae, to all of his actions? Because that seems to be a very easy strategy for the BJP in election season.
Well, Shivani, do you remember Pastor George Punia? When he met Rahul Gandhi, he said, I don't believe in Shakti. I don't believe in Devi Shakti. I only believe in Lord Christ. So it is probably paying back time. Because he met Pastor George Punia, and because whatever George Punia said that time, Pastor George Punia said that time, he has paid back in his way to the George Punia. People who the pastor who doesn't keep his foot down on the Indian soil because he thinks his foot will get dirty. So what I am saying is, it's not one-off thing. It's an ongoing statement of Rahul Gandhi and ongoing utterances of Rahul Gandhi and people around him. That leads to us to conclude or understand that he is doing it intendingly, demeaning the women of the country.
Okay, but RP Singh, my question to you is this.
Lord Durga or Devi.
No, you may interpret it as you may like. But is this the only strategy the BJP has to pick on everything Rahul Gandhi says and does? Is that all? Is that it?
Well, Shivani, we are the one who has given gas cylinder to and the gas stove to 10 crore women in the country. We are the only one who have given Ijjat Ghar toilets to the women in the country. We are the only one who has ensured that women reservation bill come in. I mean, we got the women reservation bill. We are the only one who got the triple talaq which Congress opposed. We are the only one who has ensured that more than 10 crore women should be drone didi and they should earn a lakpati didi also.
Okay.
So it's the ongoing effort by Prime Minister Modi to ensure that women get whatever rights they have to get.
All right.
But that's not with the Congress.
Okay. Okay, so just to put it in context, the statement that from that pastor that Rahul Gandhi met in his earlier Yatra had said Jesus is real God, unlike Shakti. And of course, the BJP is linking it now to the other comment on Shakti, as Deshatun Nigam also pointed out, that there seems to be a pattern emerging. And will it be acceptable to make these comments in a political Yatra or even in a rally against any other religion but Hinduism? I feel like, you know, it's a free for all, and not just, I'm not talking even about statements like Udayanidhi Stalin, who comes and says, you know, Hinduism is like malaria and dengue, and Mr. Raja, etc., who says we are against Ram. You know, we know their ideology very, very well. But there is also an element of looseness attached. When you derive or take references from Hinduism, without thinking about the context in which you're using certain terms, and you may be Hindu yourself, that doesn't mean that you can do it and be insensitive. I think that's the context that I'm trying to talk about. But Rashid Kidwai, I want to ask you this question too. What has the second leg or the second edition of the Bharat Jodo Yatra really given to the Congress party? Is there some feeling internally that this hasn't really worked for us?
Yes, I think, Shivani, that is something that is going to be addressed in election, in the sense that the outcome will show whether Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra did, you know, make any point or not. I think one way of looking at it is the expansion in you know, vote percentage, or most surveys are showing that the Congress is stagnant at that 18, 19, 20% of votes. So in that sense, this Bharat Nyaya Yatra has not been a great success. But Shivani, I am just saying that look at the other day, the Election Commission had said, and very passionately I would say, and I would take it on a face value, that religion and politics there should not be any interjunction. And what we are seeing either by criticizing or acting, reacting, whatever you want to say, religion is being brought into it. And of course, what point you are making is also very relevant. The thing is, why can't we be little detached, or if we have a MCC, let us, you know, sort of respect it. And nobody, I'm sorry to say, whether it's BJP or the Congress, nobody seems to be respecting, and they're bringing heavy dose of religion in it, which is very unfortunate.
Okay, Deshatun Nigam, my final question to you is also about...
Give me a second, Shivani, I have a small point to make.
Yes.
No, we never brought religion into it. He said Hindu Shakti. Did we say Hindu Shakti? He could have simply said, kuch Shakti hai.
You were just not talking about
He could have
Jesus
simply
Christ.
used the word without using Hindu as a word.
Sir, were you not using a reference of Jesus Christ just now? I am saying you are reacting.
No, because it was said. Because it was said by George Punya. No, it was said by the Pastor George, not us. It's not us. It is a statement of. I'll send it to you. It is a statement of Pastor George.
No,
said,
I've read.
I don't believe in Shakti. I believe in Lord Christ.
Religious figures do say what they have to say as per their faith, etc. It is not unique to Christian faith. Most religious figures do say.
Let me give you. Let me tell you. Had I been there in place of Rahul Gandhi, I would have said, you can please say whatever you have to say about Lord Christ, but don't demean Lord Ma Shakti.
That is for Rahul Gandhi to bear consequences.
What was the reason
I am saying
you are supposed to and demean Ma Shakti?
In politics.
I just prove it to both the time it was the Congress who did it. But Rahul Gandhi couldn't take a stand even that time. In a normal course, even had you been in place of Rahul Gandhi, you would have said that please, when you praise, you can praise Allah, you can praise any Lord or God. But it is not by juxtaposing the other God and saying that, demeaning the other God, other ideology. So
how is it relevant to elections?
Pastor was trying to demean the Hindu ideology.
A simple thing.
And here also he is trying to demean the Rahul Gandhi is doing the same. He is trying to demean the Hindu ideology by saying
Okay,
Hindu
one by one.
Shakti.
Rashid Kidwai, 30 seconds.
Shivani, I am making a very simple saying. Whatever Mr. RP is saying is how is it relevant in elections and in politics. The other day CEC said keep religion out of politics. Why can't RP saying, set an example? If Rahul Gandhi is making a mistake, let him make a mistake.
Okay. When it came to that pastor's episode, I think the greater objection should have been that the pastor said Jesus is the only real God, unlike Shakti. And in a secular country that Congress talks about in front of a Congress leader like Rahul Gandhi, how come Rahul Gandhi had no objection to one God being called the real God, and by impact of that, every other form of faith and religion being called unreal? So I think there are issues here in the messaging that the Congress sometimes gives out and what the actions on ground are. Deshatar Nigam, final question on the same lines to you. Is it that, that Rahul Gandhi is displaying his ignorance or arrogance, which shows up only as criticism or references from one religion, or is the BJP also being extra sensitive or ultra sensitive to pick this up? Because they know ultimately it works.
Shivani, if it had been one-off incident, I would have called him ignorance, and ignorance is bliss. But this is not one-off incident. There is a pattern to it. And on a lighter note, let me tell you, Ma Durga or Shakti, which is supreme feminine energy, also is known as Mahishasur Mardini. And that is enough hint for everybody. Please don't use that name, or you will be in deep trouble. And as a student of physics also, the supreme feminine energy cannot be destroyed.
All right.
I'll
leave it on that note. I personally feel it's very difficult. It's very difficult to keep religion out of politics, and I don't think if we can actually really manage that. But insult of any religion should not be tolerated as far as politics is concerned. I've run out of time. I do thank our guests for joining us. RP Singh will continue with us.